Do you like Trump? Well, you probably like his tweets. And if you dislike him, you probably think they're idiotic. And I'm not here to change your stance on Trump. But he put out a few tweets in response to something that Elizabeth Warren put out today that is unbelievable. And I want to break down systematically what he's doing, because a lot of stuff that he puts is really just off the cuff. I mean, he tweets every few hours, but a lot of it is very strategic. Now, have you seen Elizabeth Warren's video? She's like drinking a beer, and then she thanks her own husband for being there. And they recorded the video in their own kitchen. It's ridiculous. Anytime older people try to be relevant, they try to either look too young or look like they're still cool and trying to give me a beer. It comes across so cringeworthy. And this is an example of that. And Trump responds to it in a way that is effective to both his base, who's gonna like everything that he puts out, but also even people who hate Trump are gonna say, that's stupid, that's terrible. It's still effective to them. And I want you to understand why, because I want you to understand, I don't want you to be a passive sheep. You just look at stuff, good. No, I want you to understand why, so you can communicate more effectively and not have the wool pulled over your eyes by someone who understands this when you don't. So let's start out by watching this video of Elizabeth Warren and then get into to Trump's tweet responses.
I'm glad for everybody who's joining this video. It's great to hear from you. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna get me a beer. Hey, Glover, my husband Bruce is now in here. You want a beer?
No, I'll pass on the beer for now.
You sure? Okay, say hello to folks.
Yes.
So, this is my sweetie.
Hello.
He's the best. And I'm crazy. I love you too. Thank you for being here.
Pleasure.
I'm glad you're here.
Enjoy your beer.
So this is really a layup for anybody who can talk any trash at all, and clearly Trump is very good at that. But why would he want to talk trash about her? Well, obviously she announced that she's looking to run for president back, I think it was December 31st when she did that. And so what he wants to do is dress her down. He wants to get in front of people, making fun of her, making her look like a clown, making her look incompetent. And here's the first response. He hit her up with two responses within the same hour. The first one says this: if Elizabeth Warren, often referred to by me as Pocahontas, did this commercial from Bighorn or Wounded Knee instead of her kitchen with her husband dressed in full Indian garb, it would have been a smash. All right, so the Pocahontas thing, if you haven't heard about this, he's been calling her Pocahontas until before he started asking her for a DNA test proving her claim that she was part Indian. And Pocahontas basically was the daughter of a Native American chief who was around when the English settlers came to the U.S. in the 17th century. And the old legend says she saved the life of Captain John Smith by laying on his head when he was about to be executed. But anyway, the big joke that he's hanging on, and he will, is the fact that her DNA test came back showing that she was, I want to say it was like 1/1000th or something Native American. And here's the thing. She, before that test, was adamant that she was Native American. And now that he asked her to prove it with the DNA test and it came back that she was not right, he's going to hang that over her head the entire time she's running, right? It's a layup for him. He was right and she was wrong. So the first comment here is this, and he takes it another step and uses the comedy if her husband was dressed in Indian garb to make it kind of funny, right? What if he would have just said, you know, if Elizabeth Warren, the lady who lied about her Native American heritage, did this commercial from an actual Native American Indian ground, it would have been better, right? That's not funny at all. People that read that, man, that's spiteful. But the fact that he keeps it light and a big joke, you read it and you're kind of like, yeah, it's kind of funny. Now, this second Trump response is arguably better than the first. But do you have Instagram? If you do, follow me on Cruz Matrix. I'm putting out content that you won't see here. It's going to help you polish up your social skills and help you get a strong, commanding tone of voice that creates respect from other people and creates attraction from other people. I'm also giving out free copies of my programs there, so you want to be following along. Now, the next tweet reads, best line in Elizabeth Warren's beer catastrophe is to her husband. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. It's their house. He's supposed to be there. And in her defense, She's probably so used to speaking that she just, whenever she gets a little bit rattled, she just says thanks for being here because it always works because she's usually at an event. But it doesn't work in this instance, right? You're in your house. That is a weird thing to say. Clearly it was a mistake and he jumped on it. She's clearly rattled. I don't know if she's been drinking and has a little buzz. But here's the thing. A crack like that, if you're for Trump, if you like Trump, just tell me this. Tell me in your own head. What do you think about that? If you're a Trump fan, you probably think it's pretty funny. Or if you're even neutral, you probably think it's funny. That is funny. He called out a glaring error in a funny way. But if you hate Trump or you're against Trump and you read that, you're like, oh, that's foolish or whatever. But it still resonates with you as being true, right? So it is ridiculous that she would thank her husband for being there and saying it's great. She's glad that you're here in his house. It's true. It's funny. It's a mistake. So Trump wins with this tweet because not only does it make his base laugh, right, and calls her out and makes her look bad, but to people who like Elizabeth Warren, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, God, that does look bad, right? Because even if you like her, if she makes a mistake and someone calls her out, it looks bad. So what Trump is going to try to do for everybody who starts showing their intentions to run is to throw these massive headwinds in their way just by making them look bad. Little things like this, little seemingly small things, little chip like at the playground. Like, you know what? It's your husband. He was supposed to be here. What are you thinking, you goof? And then right on to something else. But those things add up. It takes away the seriousness and the gravitas behind a person. And when you're looking at running for being a president, a position that people take very seriously, and you have all these things built up against you, by the time you're running, people have this perception of you that is a little bit skewed from these things that they've heard. And this kind of trash talk happens in our lives every day. If someone makes fun of you, whether you're at the workplace or it's a friend or a family member, and you just stand there like a dope and you got nothing to say, you look worse. Your social value goes down. But when you can handle it the right way, your social value actually goes up higher than before if somebody had not made fun of you at all. And I want to tell you a story about when I was on a date and 3 drunk guys tried to make fun of my haircut in front of my date. But before I do, I want to tell you, if you are looking to improve socially, if you don't feel that confident when you're out and you're not really understanding what's going on around you, I've got a social invincibility checklist that you can get for free that's going to help you understand what's going on around you so you can operate a lot more smoothly and feel more comfortable in social environments. You can touch and click up here in the left corner, or you can go to charismamatrix.com/SI checklist and you can get it there. So I was in Dallas, Texas, and I was out on a first date. I've got a video about it that you can click right here, and I'll walk you through the whole thing, and I'll tell you what I did to these 3 guys when they tried to make fun of me to look bad. It's kind of an interesting one. So click on the video right here, and I'll tell you the story now. Date. What do? Do you have the answer to this? Today I'm going to walk you through a story that happened to me 2 days ago that went down exactly like this.